Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Once again, family, you are still tuned in to RANMRBG TV. And like I said, we're going to talk about that good old, bad old, we're going to talk about that topic of homosexuality regarding the media, mainly hip-hop, mainly the rap industry. I can't even call it hip-hop, but mainly the rap industry that's going out today. Now, based on yesterday's presentation on the TV show, it was more so in my personal opinion. Of course, anything I speak of, these are all my personal opinions, unless I give you reference points to actually go do this fact-finding research. But this is my personal stance. Yesterday was the, I want to say the biggest propaganda push for homosexuality on black people, by black people. It took place last night. It took place last night, 11 p.m. again on a channel called VH1. Now, the entire forum consisted of 90 to about 98% of the people that were speaking on the forum were all homosexuals. Every last one of them were black, just like me and you, right? So that's already strike one. The underlying variable already, the unspoken variable, is the origins of this homosexual shit, which is Greco-Roman. But the fact that they put you out rather, not even put it out, but put you out as the front runner, as the face, as the voice, the spokesman, spokeswoman, that's the initial strike right there. Because that's setting the tone for your community. Whether you want to agree to it, adhere to it or not, it's setting the tone. Because remember, we have to remember just how powerful media is, what it's designed to do. It's called communication, transmitting of messages and energies from one place to the next on a mass scale level. And if that's the case, and then you have, again, a forum specifically for the gay rappers, the gay media in general, mainly this was dealing with rap music or whatever. You had the gay black men, the gay black women, the transgender brothers and sisters and this, that, and the third. All on this one forum, and they're speaking in a manner where it's almost designed to make those who disagree with the lifestyle, quote unquote, disagree with the outcomes of that lifestyle, disagree with the origins, etc., etc., all around just oppose homosexuality for genuine purposes, not personal prejudices, not personal grievances, but genuine purposes and to halt the effects that has on the community, right? The way these pro-homos, right, pro-homosexual folks are speaking, again, they're speaking in a way that's designed to make you feel guilty for standing up in defense of life, defense of continuation of life, the defense of the reproduction of life. It's designed to make you feel guilty for standing on that premise, standing on that foundation. And I ain't gonna front. For those that missed it, for those that went over their heads, they did a real good job at it. Because I promise you, it's not gonna be an overnight thing. Of course, everything takes time towards the playing out and this, that, and the third. But best believe, these execs, these producers, etc., label heads and all this stuff, oh, they're working extra hard now. After last night, they're working extra hard to get their message out. Because matter of fact, even one of the rappers, the gay rappers out there, they basically charged these record execs just last night in front of national TV. They charged them that if you do not start incorporating gay rappers into your labels, if you do not start incorporating transgender artists and stuff into your labels, etc., 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 putting their music out and doing this, that, and the third, not just specifically for the LGBT community, but for all people, mainly black people, you already know, because that's where the shit's coming at anyway. That's where the target dynamic is at. So instead of just, designing it and entertaining the black LGBTs, they want it on the entire community. And you already know what's going to happen from there. Again, go back to what the original purpose of media is. What's the purpose of media? To transmit messages. Now, if you have representatives from this specific community, right, who's charging these label heads, these record executives, this, that, and third, that if you do not integrate that, basically, if you don't integrate that into your system, into your program or whatever, we're charging the people not to buy your other products. We're charging the people to keep their money in their pocket, this, that, and the third. Boycott it, right? Basically, either get down with the LGBT crew, let us get down with you, or we gonna stop your money flow. And best believe, family, they have the energy to do it. They have the financial backing to do it. They have the sponsors and resources and front runners and this, that, and third as far as legislation is concerned to make some shit like that happen. What does that mean? Now, first and foremost, we already know within the realm of media, within rap music alone already, you already know there's an undertone of that gay shit already floating around. But at the end of the day, as far as propaganda is concerned, as far as a mass message all at one time is concerned, it was never really on the forefront of the people. It was never really right there in front of our faces to the point where we can see it directly. Now, it's not only there, but they're pushing it right in the front of your face. They're pushing it right to your ears. That way you have no choice to quote-unquote escape it. So what is that? That's a force. That's a forceful push. That's encroachment, if you will. If you was playing football, that would be an encroachment on my territory. Instead of you just doing your thing over there for you and yours alike, you're trying to make it a forceful agenda thing on all who are not even inclusive with this thing. This is why we say there's an agenda, there's a push out, there's a force to basically revitalize or change up the whole tone of the community. But of course, we're being quote-unquote hateful when we do these things. We're quote-unquote being spiteful. If that's the way you feel, that's your personal opinion. But at the end of the day, we value life and the need to continue that life, to better that life. You understand? Period, point blank. There's no way you can run around that. We have to stop being so easily emotionally influenced. That's the word I want to use, because at the end of the day, this entire conversation was, again, an emotional conversation. It also had the whole civil rights spices all up in there, blended up in there nice and well too, because at the end of the day, if you're smart enough, again, thinking it's not illegal, living black ain't wrong. If you're smart enough, you already know that the whole civil rights thing and how that worked out or whatever, or what it was designed to, it was based on somebody liking you. Not necessarily respecting you and accepting you for your human rights and your human right to live. No, it's basically on some being able to give each other that, being able to go to the store with somebody, just that they're being liked on a quote-unquote social level, recreation level, if you will. That's what this whole thing is going on right now. They're trying to make you feel guilty once again if you are not receptive or as receptive if they would like you to be to that of their thing. If again, that's what you want to do, hey, do your thing, but just do it over there. Do not cross a line, because you wouldn't want us crossing our boundaries on y'all as the way y'all made it seem over the years. We're trying to force people to be heterosexual. But at the end of the day, the reality of the fact of the matter is, you are trying to force people to be homosexual. And you all have different ways of doing it. By way of the fashion industry, by way of the media overall, which is TV and radio, movies. You understand? Speech. The controlling of speech. People talking about now they gotta start revitalizing their words and stop saying certain things to make this one specific dynamic of people feel comfortable nonetheless. And then they always want to tie into the fact people always love throwing up the whole, and of course this is a fact, but at the end of the day you can only play, if you as an individual, you can only be at basically one place at one time. Can't be in two places at one time, right? Now they're throwing up the whole black card, right? The whole black issue, whatever. Well, at the end of the day, whether they LGBTQ or not or whatever, they still black, right? They're still black, right? Yeah, that's true. That's true. But at the end of the day, let's keep it 100. The whole LGBT crew and all that stuff, they have their whole community. They have their own everything, which consists of all peoples. At the end of the day, everybody's big on integration anyway. So that community right there has different peoples from different backgrounds, racially and ethnically or whatever, all on that same like mind, which is that gay shit. Kudos, y'all do that over there. Why are you trying to bring that energy into the black community? up under this at the same time. You already know we discussed that a couple episodes ago. How people trying to bring that energy up under some Black Power shit. But that's the same thing that's happening in hip hop. Same thing. So at the end of the day, again, going back to a message, going back to transmitting energies, right? And stuff like that, messages, right? I'm telling you now, man, guard your children. Matter of fact, guard your damn selves, first of all, because I know we all listen to the radio. I know we all watch TV. Guard your damn selves, what you see and what you hear, because I guarantee you, shit is about to get way and way and way more gayer and gayer and gayer as the days go along. I promise you. Case in point, here's a perfect example. It's a funny example in my opinion, but it's just an example nonetheless. If you go back on your TV, go back on your commercials, the Old Spice commercials, right? With Terry Crews and, you know, the big brolic dude from Next Friday and all that stuff, Friday After Next, right? He was always doing his commercials and this, that, and the third. Now, if you notice within, I want to say within like 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks ago or whatever, they have a new character on the commercial or whatever. And it's basically, if you can see that, if you can read clearly between, you know, read between the lines of the commercial or whatever, it's now masculinity versus effeminization. All right in front of your face, all trying to sell a product. Again, they're telling you things while not telling you things at the same goddamn time. But you just got to be smart enough to see and hear and understand what's going on. Media, propaganda, it's a beast. It's a beast. It's a beast. It preys on, the media and propaganda preys on those who can't process thought information. Who can't process the things that they see, who can't process things that they hear. So again, we got to guard our grills, guard what you listen to, guard what you watch, because I guarantee you, within the next couple months, couple weeks to a couple months, man, you're going to see a whole lot of things changing within this whole rap game, this, that, and the third. It's going to get way more and more and more ignited. And what I mean by ignited, I'm talking about that homosexual flame. That flame is going to get bigger and bigger. I promise you. Mark my words. Mark my words. So with that being said, let's take a page from out of their book that they just said, right? If they're not gonna, they're charging, like I said, they're charging their record execs. If they're not gonna integrate the whole LGBT into their organizations, that they should boycott them, right? Well, I think in general, black people should just boycott this media shit in general. Really shut shit down. This is why I also want to say big ups and Black Power to all my RBG music artists out there, whatever. Keep putting that message out there. Let that circulate. Let's make that shit go viral. Let's make that what we bump and listen to every day, all day, because that's feeding us what we need to do. You know what I'm saying? Feeding us that motivation to get us up off our butts and do what we need to do. They got what's working for them. Let that work for them. Let's put our own defenses up if we have to. They got their shields up on our sides over here. Let's stand firm, family. So again, I just wanted to throw that out there real quick. I thought it was rather interesting. I'm pretty sure the reruns is going to be out sometime soon, if not later on, whenever the case may be. And if you missed it, I really want you to go back and watch it. Now, remove all your bias, of course. Just sit and study this shit. Sometimes you got to face things for what it is, man. You got to study it for what it is, man. I want y'all to watch that show if y'all get a chance. Again, it's on VH1. I think they call it Out in Hip Hop or some shit like that, whatever the case may be. Watch it, and when you watch it, I guarantee you, if you see clearly and you listen clearly, you're gonna see exactly what I'm telling you right now. Exactly how wide the floodgates have just been opened. Guard your grills, man. Guard your children, because they coming after them first and foremost. They're trying to make it appealing to them. This is why the kids get younger and younger with this shit. Guard your grills, family. Guard your grills. That's the best thing I can honestly say. But in the meantime, between time, I appreciate you for walking with me the way we always walk with you. This is R&M RBG TV, and I am your brother in Google. Now you see R&M. Uncle Job Snap, who to on Black Power, family. You always better remember that black love is the cure for the black nation. So let's get it. At the end of the day, whether we talking hip hop, whether we talking economics, if it don't surround and protect the family, which is the core of a nation, then there's a whole bunch of time wasting, and we bullshit. So even with this whole thing with the rap music or whatever, we still have to design it and orchestrate and play the game that surrounds and protects the black family, which is, once again, family, man, woman, and child. Period, point blank. Get it, got it, good. But, once again, in the meantime, between time, keep it locked, keep it G. This is R&M RBG TV. We're on the cut, man. Like I said, man, common sense for the common people dealing with the common issues, trying to see common solutions. This is a common issue. We are the common people.